So, how do you import a file into Glowforge for laser cutting? First, you go to glowforge.com, and then you go to sign in on the right hand side. Once you're signed in, if you're not already inside the Glowforge's app website, then type app.glowforge.com on your web browser. Now that you're in, click on Upload, and now find your file. It would be boardgame1.pdf for me. Click on Open, and that will upload your file into Glowforge's web interface. This is the design that we've created in our last tutorial. You can select and drag your design along the print area. We want to print this on the right hand side towards the center here, where there's a space. You could position your design using the arrow keys on your keyboard in small increments. Make sure you give it some space so you don't cut into pre-existing cut areas. If you have purchased proof-grade materials from Glowforge, the materials will come with a barcode. The camera on the Glowforge will pick up the barcode and determine what kind of material it is. In this case, it's a medium clear acrylic. Proof-grade materials will also generate 3 predetermined engrave settings. The first is draft, second is standard, and then third is high definition. I'm not a big fan of the proof-grade settings, so let's enter our own engrave settings manually. You can click on the arrow, or you can click on manual. For the speed setting, the higher the speed, the more shallow and less detailed an engrave will get. The lower the speed, the deeper the engrave, and the more detailed it will get. Let's give the setting a 600. The precision power determines how much laser the Glowforge will impart onto the material. The higher the precision power, the deeper the engrave. Likewise, the lower the precision power, the more shallow the engrave. This setting will not affect the quality or the resolution of your engrave. Let's give it a 60 power. In the lines per inch box, or LPI for short, this number determines your resolution. The higher the number, the more detailed, but the more time it takes to engrave. Likewise, the lower the number, the less detailed, and less time it would take to engrave. I like to keep my LPI from 270 to 450. Let's make this 340 LPI. Number of passes. This determines the number of times you will engrave or cut. At 2 passes, you will engrave a second time on top of your first engrave. Normally, there's no need to change the setting. I like to keep mine at 1. In the focus height box, this determines how thin or how wide a laser beam will get for engraving. I like to keep mine at default setting, or in this case, 0.125 inch. You can also type in auto, and the Glowforge will automatically detect the proper focus height setting for this engrave. Some people like to increase or decrease this value for a smoother engraved surface. That is entirely up to you. You can play around with the setting on your own time. But for now, let's keep it at 0.125 inch. That is the standard focus height for this material. Now let's go on over to cut. Cutting at proof grade settings, I noticed that my clear acrylic was damaged on the underside. That is because the default proof grade cut settings for the speed is too low or slow. I like to bump this number up to 190. I like to keep my precision power at full power. If your power is too low, you'd have to do more than one pass to get your design to cut out completely. You already know what number of passes and focus height does, so let's leave that at default. Now, all we need to do is hit print. So let's go ahead and turn on our Glowforge. Once your Glowforge is turned on, you will be able to click on print on the right hand side. Click on print and let Glowforge do its automatic adjustments. And now you could go back to your Glowforge and press the glowing button.